Hey guys, Rick Shaw here. I just wanted to let you know I when I bought the car, they gave me insurance right there at the dealer to get me out the door for like a month, and the cheapest he could find was like 132 a month, and I'm thinking this is absolutely ridiculous. The last ticket I had was like in the 80s, and a cop pulled me over. It was a speed trap. And I thought, nah, I'm going to court on this one. I'm not taking this ticket. I'm going to go to court. And I had a policeman in the car with me, a buddy of mine. And he says, I'll come and testify for you. Well, when we went to the court, the cop never showed up, so it was dismissed. And then previous to that, I had a ticket for a rolling stop sign. And when I went to court on that one, and the judge said, "Look, if you go to court on that, we'll dismiss it if you do this community thing." And had to pay a small fine, and for this class I had to go to class for a week, and you had to pay for it. So I had to, it's like a fine. And so I really have nothing on my driving record, and I couldn't believe $132 a month. That just seemed ridiculous to me. And it was for state minimum. It was just enough to get the car legal, because we had to take a loan on the thing. So, and they want their money in case if you get in a wreck or something. So I was calling all around, and I got into this one military one, and we ran my record, and the girl was even saying, we got to do your biometrics, we got to look at your record. And she goes, oh my goodness, there's nothing on here. I'm going all the way back, there's nothing. I said, yeah, I never really got any tickets or anything. And she says, I can get you a really good deal. So instead of getting the state minimum, I got like the everything that she had. We had the major medical for everybody in the car, 100,000 per person. Because in case you get hurt, collision, rental car, roadside assistance, the whole bit, and it was $17 more than the state minimum, her state minimum price, $17 more. So I said, for 17 bucks a month, I'm going to go ahead and take that. So it come out to 50 bucks a month, 49 and 03, something like that. And if I do an automatic payment, they're going to knock $3 off. So it'll come out to $47.03, I believe is what she said. So, and that's what it should be. I got no tickets. I got nothing. Nothing's on my driving record. So, I was pretty happy that got lowered down some. But I could have got it for even less, $17 less than that. But this way, we've got the thing where if the car gets smashed and they have to fix it, then they're going. We get a loaner car. If we get a flat tire, we just call up. Roadside assistance comes. I actually did go out and buy a plug kit the other day and some glue. I put my pump in the car. I want to get like one of those jump boxes. They advertise those things right now. I'd love to have that jump box that has the compressor on it, built right in. And then I can put my other compressor, leave it with the bike, because it takes to fill up a car tire. It takes a good long while. It took a while on the bike, but those ones that are coming from Timu, with 6,000 amp jump box, they got a really good tire pumper, that'll pump it up pretty quick. And like I say, I always kept a plug kit in my car. I'll put my little toolbox in the back. The trunk is like, it's a cave. I'm not kidding you. I think all five of us could get in that trunk. It's a long, skinny trunk, and the back seats fold down to a flat surface, so you could put 8-foot 2x4s in there if you wanted to. I mean, it's really huge. So that was for me. That was a plus. The only bad thing is the trunk lid is really small, to get things in. So, but that's okay. That's no big deal. My sweetie and I went up and, when the kids were at school, and we got a few groceries. We got a really nice chuck roast, and I bought a steak. I haven't had a steak in months, and we got home for lunch. She fried me up the steak. Her and I split it, and I got a Delmonico. It was a real nice one. We like the Giant Eagle over here for meat. I mean, it's just compared to anywhere else we go close to here. You go to Walmart, the meat just doesn't look right. They got some nice meat over at Aldi's too, but the price is real high. But if you go over here to Giant Eagle, the meat looks really good. The chicken and the beef. We don't. We're gonna pretty much off of the pork, and she gets her fish from the Filipino store, and we've been getting this really good bread also. We're going to have to take a ride up on my payday. And instead of using oil to make the bread, they use lard. And man, this bread is like absolutely fantastic. The only thing wrong with it is you got to cut it yourself. So I was up at the store and I bought a really good Cuisinart red knife. And Faye's really good at cutting the bread. I mean, she doesn't cut it on an angle or anything. She does a real good job. I'm pretty good at it. We just got to watch the kids don't hack it. Otherwise they get a triangle piece. But that bread is really fantastic. I got some raspberry jam while we were at the store. I hadn't seen that in years. You can't get that in the Philippines, even at S&R. And I thought, boy, I'm going to get that because it's got the little crunchies in it. And boy, I'll tell you what, I was really happy this morning. I had a bunch of eggs and raspberry jam on my toast, and she bought some nice bacon. And that's the pork we eat. If we're going to eat any, we do eat a little bit of bacon from time to time. But it was a really good breakfast. My appetite came back. I wore the exact same clothes when I went to the doctor, and I had gained 6 pounds from my low of 175 pounds. So I went to 181, and I was wearing the exact same. We threw the clothes in the wash, and I put the exact same clothes, shoes, everything on, because that way, because I can't take they want you to take your shoes off, and I can't get bent over to get my shoes tied. So I told them, look, this, knock off a pound or two. So that worked out pretty good. But we're really, really happy. We got a good deal on the insurance. Instead of $132, we got it for $47. And it's a good insurance company. NCAA. It's you have to be a ex-military in order to get it. And I joined that a while ago when we were looking for a car, but we just wound up not getting, the one car I wanted to get. I found this really nice Mercury, and I looked at it, and it had a little bit of a rattle underneath when I took it for a ride, and then I couldn't understand why it was been for sale for an entire year. It's just been sitting. And so I kind of passed on that one. I didn't make any big fuss about it. I just thought there's something up with this car. I couldn't put my finger on it, and I just didn't want to take a chance on getting something that's going to go bad. This one here's got a warranty. It's not long. It's only a year, and I forget how many thousand miles, but I won't put that many miles on it. I mean, I seriously doubt we're going to put. The girl said the average is 11,000 miles a year or something like that, and I said I doubt we're going to put 11,000 miles on this car. We will go take it during the spring break to see my daughter. That'll throw some miles on it. But other than that, it's just a grocery getter, and running the kids. Now the kids can do stuff at the school. They weren't going to be able to do the things at the school because then there's no bus ride home. You have to go pick them up. So it's worked out really good. Plus we went bowling the other day. I mean, I was kind of fried. I wore out pretty quick. I feel better today. It's just, I don't know what it was, but from Saturday up until day before yesterday, I had like no power, and they said my red blood cells were good. The numbers were right where they were supposed to be. White blood cells were good. My potassium, my magnesium, everything was good. They didn't have to give me any of that stuff or any liquid because I started drinking the Gatorade. I mix it 50-50 with water, and Faye got me the Gator Light. It's got all the stuff I need, the same stuff they give me at the hospital, and we've been mixing that 50-50 with distilled water, and I've been going through those, and I think it kind of perked me up. Man, I am feeling a little bit better. Uh, I was getting like hard to breathe, and that's still coming from the tail end of this flu is what's happening. But guys, I feel a heck of a lot better now, and I'm real happy about the car insurance because I just thought this is really ridiculous. Why should I be paying so much? I mean, they're really bending me over. $132 a month. That just seemed like a lot. Now I have through Progressive, and that's what I have on the bike. And they said that was even with a discount because it's a multi-vehicle thing. And 132, that just seemed ridiculous to me. Now the bike is covered for an entire year, 365 days for $75. And so that's a pretty good deal. And by the way, that front tire that I put the slime in, it's holding up just fine. I still like to get the center stand on that bike, and I think what's going to happen if the weather warms up, if we get a nice springtime and stuff, I'm going to just have to do it myself. You know, I just don't like the idea of how to hold the bike up. You know, down at the bike shop, they've got a really nice stand that grabs the wheels, and you know that it's not going to fall over. I just would hate to be working on the bike and the damn thing tip over because that bike is so stupid heavy when it's tipped over. I can't pick it up. It's too tall, and it's too top heavy, and that's the major thing about that bike that's not good. When Dorothy and I tipped it over, we didn't even lay it over completely on its side. It fell up against a curb. She jumped on it without. I had no warning. I didn't have my hands on the handlebar, and she just pulled me right over. And there were some guys that were pumping gas that came over and helped me stand the bike up because I couldn't stand it up by myself. So, but those guys were just some super nice young fellas, burly fellas, came and picked it up. So, and bike wasn't hurt at all. I mean, it fell into the curb right at the gas station up here. And I did fill up the car. I did find an owner's manual on eBay. Payday, I'm going to go ahead and it's $25. It's the cheapest I could find it. I got an offer in on it for less. I put 20, and I haven't gotten an answer back yet. And I'd like to have that. And it's the full manual. You know, the guy's got the book that goes in the glove box, plus he's got the manual for 25. And I'm like, wow, that's a bargain and a half because those like, I forget the name of the manual, like Climber manual. Those things are like $50-$60. So that's being thrown in with it in a case and all that. So and it's been in there. It's been for sale for a while, so it doesn't seem like anybody wants it. And that'll tell me what all these buttons are for. I've started playing around where I just go sit in the car and push the buttons. I like the heads-up display because when I first got it, it was real low down on the windshield. And there's a little button. It's an up or down button. And when you push it, it raised the heads-up display. So instead of it being down here for me, it brought it up to almost eye level. So that was kind of nice. And it is really neat the way that heads-up display works. and the lane departure and the automatic braking. Um, and I was shocked that it worked on the cruise control and without the cruise control. If you start driving into the back end of somebody, it brakes. It takes off the accelerator and hits the brakes. So that's a just super nice feature. Airbags everywhere. I mean, all up around your head. There's all these airbags, and the girl that the insurance was saying that's one of the. It's got a 5-star rating. That particular vehicle, and she said because of all the airbags, it's really a safe vehicle. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's helping me out on the insurance. And she says, absolutely. She says that's really a good car with all the airbags and everything. So we got it all done, and then payday, that'll be Friday. I'm gonna just go ahead when I get my first little pension from California. I'm just gonna go ahead and pay it. They wanted me to give them a down payment and a 1 month. And she said, then what happens is, then the second month I don't have to pay because the down payment, they'll cover it. So that's pretty cool, and I'm glad we got a lot of coverage for everybody in case if we do get in a bad accident or something, we're covered in the hospital and uninsured motors, underinsured motorist, gap insurance. She said it's everything that her company can offer us. It's like the top of the line insurance you can get, and it was, like I say, it was only $17 more than the state minimum. So, but that's where we're at on the car insurance. I'm glad I got a good deal on it, and I'm telling you what, I just love that car. I just like to even look at it. I think it's a really good looking vehicle. I like the color. It's in beautiful shape. There's no rust on it anywhere. It's quiet. You hit the gas. I mean, it's got all the power you could ever want in anything. We were getting on the freeway out here when we went up on Sunday, and I thought, okay, I warmed it up a little bit, and I thought, okay, let's kick it in the ass and see what this thing will do. I was really surprised. I was just surprised at how hard this thing pulled. So it's not like I like to hammer on them or anything like that, but it's nice to know what you got. So if we need to ever pass or get the heck out of Dodge, that car will do it. I mean, it's really something special. I'm so glad that we waited. We were getting salesmen calling us and telling us, okay, I got this car down here, and there was one down there, one car that they had. It was a Malibu, but when we got there, it was in good shape. Don't get me wrong; it was in beautiful shape. The only problem with it was a Econobox. It had nothing. It had air conditioning, power windows, and power brakes, and nothing. No other options on it at all. And this one here, it's got all the bells and whistles. Which she said, and that helps you out with your, like, the lane departure and all that stuff. She says, is it the premium? And I said, yeah, it's the premium. It's got the little butt vibrator and all this kind of stuff. And she goes, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the premium, she says, I can give you a really good discount on your insurance for that car. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And you guys all take care. Thanks again, guys, for helping us out to be able to get that buggy. I know there were a lot of you guys chipped in, and I really appreciate it. I still never, ever got my money from YouTube. And here's what they're doing now. These guys they're rotten bastards is what they are. I had all this money that they said, okay, you've got this so many thousands of dollars sitting on there. Now every month it's disappearing. It's getting less and less and less. It's down to a couple thousand now from 4, because I didn't take it. Well, they won't give it to me. There's nothing I can do for them to give me this money. And you can't get a hold of these pricks. But, and that's why I don't I don't monetize any of my videos anymore. No sense in you guys watching commercials, because they're not going to give me anything for it anyway. I've never gotten a dime from YouTube pricks, and it was up to 4,800 or something at one time. I had a couple of videos that had shitload of views. Just ridiculous amounts of views, like the Piaggio one and then the Honda one, and they never gave me any of the money. So I was, it's just a real bummer. But you guys helped out, and I do appreciate that. We're real happy about that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And this is Rick Shaw out.